Groundhogs invaded the basement of the Frog Ledge Unitarian Universalist Church. They came in all shapes and sizes, at least 60 of them. Tall, short, fat, skinny, fluffy tails, flat tails. Some stood around drinking coffee, others chatted in groups, still more milled around the makeshift podium at the front of the meeting room, waiting for the festivities to begin. "This is surreal," Stan Connor said quietly. "You just feel out of place because you don't have a groundhog costume like the cool people." Jake McGee, her sort of boyfriend, gazed solemnly at her. "I told you I would have gotten you one." She elbowed him. "Oh, be quiet. You don't have a costume." Not that he needed one to stand out. He was easily one of the best-looking people around in his own jeans, baseball cap, and stubble kind of way. "I'm not cool." He winked. "Good morning." All eyes turned to the podium now, commandeered by Betty Meany, Frog Ledge's librarian. Betty was so short you could barely tell she stood 2 steps above the crowd, but the tangerine-colored scarf she tied around her spiky white hair, combined with her bubbly energy, made up for what she lacked in height. A drop-down screen lowered behind her. Not surprisingly, a smiling groundhog image appeared. "Happy Groundhog Day," Betty continued. "I'm so thrilled you're all here. We have such a great program planned for you today. Before I give you a sneak peek, I'd like to introduce you all to this year's Groundhog gift giver, Stan Connor, owner and chief baker of Positively Organic." She led a round of applause. "Stan has been chosen to present Lilypad, our groundhog guest of honor, with her annual gift. Stan, can you please come up?" Stan felt her face heat up. She'd never been asked to give a groundhog a gift before. That alone was stressful, and a groundhog named Lilypad took it to a whole new level. Couple it with being on display for the whole town's critical eye, and it was worse than her most contentious media face-off at her old corporate job. The situation was exacerbated by the continuous replay of the Ally McBeal theme song in her head, because certainly this could only happen on a 90s TV show. She still hadn't lost her old habit of assigning most things in her life a soundtrack. She mentally shoved the song out of her head. Jake gave her a gentle push forward. "Go. You don't want to miss your moment in the sun," he said. She didn't have time to glare at him as all eyes turned toward her. She took a deep breath and squeezed through the crowd until she reached Betty. Betty beamed at her. "Congratulations! Would you like to say a few words?" She moved aside, giving Stan room at the podium. Luckily, thanks to her past life in public relations, Stan could recite a good quote without even thinking about it.